Well, hello there. Should we start talking about last week? Yeah.
Did I watch this? Did I watch that? Did I watch this? Did I watch that? What did I watch last week?
Oh, the week started with Golden Globes. It kind of made me wish that they would bring Ricky Gervais back as the host, because Joe Coy, who hosted this time, was so unfunny that he had to say, "Oh, I didn't write these jokes. That's why you're not laughing. You're actually laughing at the jokes that I wrote." And it was just so weird because nobody in the room was laughing. It just seemed like such a disaster. Like, in terms of the awards, I don't think anybody who won didn't deserve it. It just seemed like, all right, people who got the awards were rightfully recognized. Society of the Snow. Oh, this movie. It makes you wonder how fragile it all is. At first I thought, they made a movie about something that people discuss in jest at parties. Like, if we're stranded at an island, or in this case, snowy mountains, what will we do if there's no food left? And I thought they made a movie about that, but then you kind of realize, oh, it's a true story. And that detail makes it too real. Like, there's one aspect of the movie, or just general life, that I find really annoying. How awful is it for a person to go through something horrendous and then having to share it with the media? And also, all the reporters are so aggressive because they want to get the scoop before anybody else does. So a person just got rescued, and the first thing you want them to do is answer your questions? Like, I understand, I'd be curious too, but give them some goddamn space. It's a great story of survival and friendship. It makes you wonder what would have happened if the people who got stranded in a place like this didn't know each other. They weren't already friends. Would they have worked together to be able to do what these guys did? Or would it be a whole different situation? It's a great watch. Watch it. 8 out of 10 cats does count down. I've been watching this show for a long time. I still rewatch old episodes. If you don't know about it, it's been going on for 25 seasons now. It's a panel show where these comedians play a game called Countdown. Now, the show in itself is hilarious. So before this show even existed, there used to be a show called 8 out of 10 Cats, where these comedians just sat down and talked about current affairs. And they did a mashup with this game called Countdown, and it just stuck. So the initial 8 out of 10 Cats show was already funny, but then this became funnier. The regular comedians in the show are Jimmy Carr, John Richardson, and my favorite, Sean Locke, who unfortunately died in 2021. I was so saddened when Sean Locke died, because his level of comedy was something else. Sean Locke was one of the funniest, if not the funniest, comedians I've ever seen. But the show continues. Not as funny as it once was, but it's still pretty funny. Lift is produced by Kevin Hart's company, Heartbeat Productions. It is a movie that nobody necessarily really asked for. It's the same story where good guys do bad things, but they have some morale, then are asked by the police to do a bad thing for a good reason. It started a bit but then got interesting as the movie went on. I guess more things were happening, so it just kept you engaged with not that interesting of an ending. It really did feel like Fast and the Furious 5, if anybody remembers. A lot of the elements in the movie felt like that, and then even the ending was a bit similar. We're the Millers. I won't deny that it's a funny movie. I've watched it so many times now that I don't find the jokes funny anymore, but it's still entertaining to watch. I think Will Poulter's great in it. Like, his acting, or the character that he played, it's a pretty interesting character to play in a movie, and he did such a great job. And I also think very highly of Jason Sudeikis since his SNL days. Graham Norton Show, like the only talk show that I watch now. I feel like I find it much more interesting and viewable than any other show out there. It's in its 31st season. And these are all the things that I watched last week. See you in the next one.